This conference will now be recorded.
Guys, good evening. I'm asking you if you have any doubts in a last class, that is in a GST introduction part. If you have any doubt, please let me know. We'll discuss that and then we'll go with the practical in Tally. So yesterday I told you how this GST is being figured out, what are the things we have in a GST, tax rate, and how to register this. All these things we have done. Now we will work in a Tally now. Okay, then we'll go forward. So how to enable a GST? First I told you in the last lecture. Let me repeat it now again. I'll go for F11. You have to press F11. In a F11 under taxation, you have an option here as enable goods and service tax. Enable goods and service tax. You have to make this option yes. Okay. When you make this yes, it'll ask you the details about which state you belongs to and what is the GST number. All these details you have to fill this. Once you fill these details, you can accept the screen. So here again you have a two option. One is regular dealer or as a composite dealer. Which type of dealer you are, that you need to select it. So now here I've selected as a regular dealer. As a regular dealer, I've given my GST PIN number and then how I'm going to pay a tax. Quarterly I'm going to pay or monthly I'm going to pay. So I've selected here as monthly. And then e-way will also have enabled, and there is one more option, e-invoices. So e-invoices, we are not using that. We're just using e-way bill. So let's accept the screen. These are the things which we have provided in the last class. Now I'll accept this. Okay. And I'll accept the screen also by Control A. After accepting the screen from the gateway of Tally, now as I told you, there are the tax rates under GST. One is exempt, nil rated, 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. Based on this, we will create a stock item. So I'll go for create stock item. Stock item. So for this, based on the rate wise, I'm going to create it. So exempt like perishable goods, vegetables, fruits, and all. So I'll just give it as exotic vegetables. Okay, I'll create it as exotic vegetables. So if you want to create a groups for the stock item, you can create it, and categories I'm not going to use now. I'll just skip that. Units, how I'm going to treat this exotic vegetables. So I'll create another one as kg. Formal name, I'll give it as kilograms. And when you enable a GST, this option additionally you will get it. Unit quantity code, UQC. So kgs, I'll select here as kgs, kilograms. I've typed here as kg, so I'm getting this kgs, kilograms. From the list, I'll select this. And number of decimal place, I'll give it as 2 and I'll accept this. Now, for this product, exotic vegetables, is it comes under GST? Is this a GST product? Yes, it is a GST product. So GST is applicable. So for that, GST applicable, I'm giving us not applicable. You'll be getting a two options: applicable, not applicable, undefined. So when there is a GST product, select it as applicable. If there is no GST on that particular product, then select it as not applicable. Never give that as undefined. Either applicable or not applicable, you have to set. Now I'll go for this applicable. Now next option what I'm getting here is after applicable, set all the GST details. Set all the GST details. You have to press this yes. And you can enter. Now description. Description, you can type anything. Since this is a vegetables, I'll just give it as veggies. Okay, I'll give it as veggies. HSN code. Okay, HSN and SAC. HSN is a code number that is given for the products. For the products, normally it will be like 3 digit, 4 digit, 5 digit, or something like till 8 digit. Any digits it can be. So each and every product, as per the GST table, they have given some numbers for each and every product. So HSN is a code that is given for a product wise. For each and every product, there is a code given that is called as HSN. And what is this SAC? SAC is also a code which is given for the services. Now, as a product of a veggies, I'll give some random number. I'm just giving some number. I'll give this and I'll accept this now. Is this a non-GST goods? It is a GST goods, so I'll give this no. So how I'm going to calculate on the value? On the value, I'll calculate taxability. What type of tax this is? Whether this is a nil-rated product, exempt product, or taxable product. So since this is an exotic vegetable, that is vegetables. Vegetables is exempt. It is a perishable good, so it is exempt. No tax rate on this. So what it is? Type of supply, goods or services. So it is goods. Now I'll accept this. After accepting this, let me create one more also. Like let me create it as coffee beans. Coffee beans. Even this I'm taking as kgs. So is GST applicable? I'm giving as applicable. Set all the GST details. I'll make this option yes. Now what type of this is? I'll just give it as something. You can give anything in a description. It is not that this only you have to give. You can give anything. SSN code. I'll give some number. Okay. Then is non-GST product it is? No. Then calculation type on value. What type of product is this? Is this an exempt product, nil rated product, or taxable? So it is nil rated, 0% on this. So goods. Okay. Now let me create one more now for the percentage wise. I'm creating as butter, 1 kg product, 1 kg pack. Enter. Now here units, I'll take it as numbers. It's already a packet, so number of packets. I'll take it as number. Is GST applicable? I'll give this as applicable. Set all the GST details. I'll make this yes. Now description. So it is, I'll just give it as dairy product. Dairy product I'm giving. HSN code. HSN code, any code you can give. I'm just giving some code numbers here. Okay. Then is it a non-GST goods? No, it is a GST product. On value I'll be calculating. Now what type of product is this? Exempt, nil rated, or taxable? Now I'll give this as taxable. I'll give this as taxable. I'll select this. Okay, I'll select this. Now what is the percentage on this GST product? So it is 12%. Where I'm giving a rate of tax in my integrated tax line, 12%. When I give this 12% and press enter, automatically 6% will get bifurcated between the central tax and state tax. I'll accept this now. Okay, is this a goods or services? It is a goods, so I'll accept this. Same way you can create some other product which is having a tax rate. So let's create it as basmati rice. Okay, basmati rice, 1 kg pack I'll create, or we will create it as 2 kg pack. 2 kg pack. So numbers you can create, or packets if you want, you can create it. So I'll just give it as numbers itself. Is GST applicable? Yes. Set all the GST details. I'll make this yes. Now it is rice. Description, I'll give some code. Now here, taxability. Taxability, it is a taxable product. If it is a taxable product, what is the tax rate on this? So it is 18%. It is 18% on this product. So I'll accept this now. Okay, like this, you can accept it. Now let me create for the next one. I'll go for the next one. So we'll create it as cool rings. Cool rings. So here I'm creating as number of bottles. Is GST applicable? I'll give it as applicable. Set alter GST details. I'll make this yes. Description drinks. GST HSN code and SAC code. I'll just give like this some number. And see, when you're creating a cool drinks, there are two type of things. One is the normal drinks and the other one is with the flavored drinks. Flavored drinks means fruit flavors. If it is a fruits flavored juices like maza, slice, apple, any leech flavor, grape flavor, anything you're getting a juices, cool drinks you're getting, bottles I'm saying about. In this case, in that cases, if you're having a fruits flavor, in that case it will be a 12%. Or if it is like maza, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, all this and all is 28%. It is 28%. So I'll give us 28% and I'll accept this. Goods. I'll give you a rate of duty. I'll accept this now. I've accepted this. Okay. So like this, have created a stock item. So I've given a tax rates for exempt, nil rated, 12%, 18%, and 28% I have created. I have not created a stock item for 5%. We will see this 5% later. Okay. So what I've done is for exempt, nil rated, and the tax rates for the 12%, 18%, and 28% I have created it. Now, after creating a stock item, the next step what we are going to do is we will create a ledgers. I'll go for the ledgers. Now, when I'm creating a ledger, when I am creating a ledger, let me create some names. So when I have to make a purchase from one person and sales to another person, suppose I'm purchasing within my state, within Karnataka, if I'm purchasing. So for our understanding, we'll create some ledger like KA supplier. KA supplier of goods and services. So E is my creditor. A is my creditor, sundry creditor. So maintain balance bill by bill, I'll make this yes. And most important part while creating this party ledger under GST is you must properly select the state and country. It is very, very important. When you're creating any ledgers of party, first point is you have to select state and country properly. So Karnataka, India. And then if he is a regular dealer, you have to provide the GST TIN number, identification number. Now, let me create this GST identification number. As for Karnataka, as I told you, there will be a state code 29. I'll give a code 345. Okay, 5 alphabets, 4 numbers, and 1 alphabet. So 29, PAN number 1Z1. I'm giving some random numbers as per the structure. Now I'll accept this. It's giving me a warning message saying that it is character is not as specified. So since I'm giving randomly, let me accept it. Okay. Then I'll accept the screen. After this, now the next step, what I'm going to do is I'm also having a supplier of my goods where I'm making a purchase from some other state. Suppose I'm making from Kerala. So I'll create it as KL. KL supplier. KL supplier. So now sundry creditors. So here what is the next step? Have to select the state Kerala, India. Then GST TIN number. Let me give you the GST TIN number. I'll give it as for Kerala the state code is 32. So I'll give this 32 ASDFA. Next I'll give a number 1 2 3 4 A. Then I'll give a raw numbers like this 1 A 0. So like this, I'll give a number and I'll accept it. The next one is I'm also having a customer within state and other state. So first we will make it as KA customer. Sundry debtors. Okay, Karnataka. Now I have to give a number. So it is 29. 29 code. I'll give this code 12341Z1. I'll accept this. The next one, if I'm having a customer in other state, suppose in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, I'm having a customer to whom I'm going to make a sale. So I'll give it as like this. TN customer, sundry debtors. So here we have to select the state, Tamil Nadu, then regular dealer, then you can give here whatever the T number. So 33, 33 is a code. I'm giving 33. Let's give here 5 digits, 5 alphabet, 4 numbers, 1 alphabet, and some random code. I'll give this and I'll accept. So I've created parties, 4 parties, that is 2 as a creditor and 2 as a debtor. One is within a state and the other one is other state. Like this have created. Okay. Now after this we have to create a tax ledger also, that is CGST. CGST, it is duties and taxes. We have to create it under duties and taxes. Type of duties and taxes, select as GST. So since it is a CGST, central tax. So don't give a percentage, just accept it directly. If you define a percentage, only that particular percentage will be getting calculated. If you don't define whatever the percentage that we have defined in each and every stock item, according to that, it will get calculated. So to avoid the complications and the problems while passing the transaction, so I'm leaving this field percentage of calculation 0 itself. And you can accept the same way, create the other one, SGST under duties and taxes. Next, type of duty, GST. And here what it is, SGST means state tax. I'll select this 0% itself. I'll accept now. Same way IGST also. IGST, duties and taxes under GST. Integrated tax, don't define a tax rate, you can accept it. Okay, so I've created this ledger also. So after this we have to make some settings in a purchase and sales ledger also. So what I'll do is I'll go for a alter, that is I'm coming to the gateway of Tally. After coming to the gateway of Tally, I'll go for a alter ledger. I'll select the purchase. Under this purchase, here see, is GST applicable? So I have to give here as applicable. Set alter GST details. This I'll not make any changes. I'll just leave this no itself, because this tax rates I've already defined in a stock item. So I don't want to define in every places. So I'll give this goods and accept it. Same way we have to create it for the sales also. Sales account, is GST applicable? I'll make it as applicable on goods. Now I'll accept this. So let me tell you whatever we have done till now. I went to create and stock item. Based on a stock item, let me show you an alter. I went to stock item. I've created a stock item of butter, rice, coffee beans, exotic vegetables. These are the one which I've created. So for each stock item, whatever the type of taxability that is having, those things have defined in this. After making this GST applicable, set all the GST details, I made it yes, and I've defined based on each and stock item. Each and every stock item, whether it is a taxable, exempt, or nilrated, according to that I've defined. If it is a taxable, I've given a tax rate and I've accepted this. So after doing this, the next one what I did is I went to the ledgers. In the ledger screen, what I've done is I've created a ledgers for parties. So what kind of parties I've created is for within a state and other state. That is customers and the suppliers. So within state and other state I've made. After that I have also created a tax duty ledger I've created. So CGST, SGST and IGST we have created. So according to that we have done. So already since we were making a transaction for purchase and sales, I've opened the purchase and sales ledger. Okay, I've opened those purchase and sales ledger. In that, there was an option as set alter GST details. Okay, I was having an option as is GST applicable. I made it as applicable. Set alter GST details. I just left it as no itself. And type of supply I've selected as goods. Till this we have done. If anyone is having a doubt till here, please ask me. Anybody having a doubt, please ask me now. Okay, then we'll go for the next one. Now we will make a purchase. We will make a purchase. So I'll go for F9. Okay, let me change this Control H, item invoice mode. Now when I'm making a purchase, I'll be getting a bill. On that bill, there'll be a invoice number. I'll be having a invoice number. I have to mention that invoice number here. So I'll just give it as KA100. Okay, like this I'm giving. Enter. Now, so I'll change the date also. I'll change this date also. I'm making a purchase on 1st June 2022. I'm making a purchase 1st of June because I want to show you for one particular month. So I'm changing a month also. 1/6/2022. I'm making a purchase from KA supplier. I'll select this. There is no transportation details, so I'll accept this now. And purchase. When I select this purchase, I'll get the screen. Okay, I'll get the screen tax classification details. So here I'm not getting anything. So what I'll do is to show you the list of things what is going to appear, I'll press a space bar. When I press a space bar, I'm getting a list like this. Now what is this used for? What are these things? In that case, three simple things you just bifurcated. One is the word that is starting as import. The other one is which is starting with the purchase. And the next one is interstate purchase. Based on three categories, we will divide it. So in this, the first one we are going to see is only with the purchase. The word first one where it is starting with the purchase, which means these are the purchases that is made within my state, within Karnataka. If I'm making a purchases, in that case, this is called as interstate, within my state, intrastate. Within my state, if I'm making a purchases, then the first word will start as purchases. So after this, there are some other options which is given. So let me explain that also. So after purchase, if you are getting a exempt, that means you are purchasing exempt goods. If you are getting as a nil rated, so nil rated goods. Taxable goods, where there is a tax rate on that product, for that you are making a purchase. This is a simple logic. Purchase exempt, purchase nil rated, purchase taxable. Now, the next one what I'm having is purchase from unregistered dealer. So again, in this also you'll be having three things: unregistered dealer, exempt, nil rated, and taxable. Purchase from unregistered dealer means the person who is not having a GST identification number. The person who is not having a GST identification number, he didn't apply for the TIN number and he is not having that. So when he is not having the TIN number, GST identification number, still is making a sales and a purchases of goods which falls under GST. In that case, you can select it as purchase from unregistered dealer, where he is selling a GST product but is not collecting any tax. No CGST, SGST is being collected on that and such product. In that case, we will do like this. In that case, we will be treating like this. The next one is, it is asking me purchase from SEZ. SEZ means Special Economic Zone. Purchase from Special Economic Zone. Again, here also you'll be having the same thing. Okay, same thing like how we are making a purchase from Special Economic Zone. Exempt, nil rated, or taxable. Now, what does a special economic zone means? Places where the city or the place, I can say it as city itself. So any city that is giving extra, that is more income to a country or to a state, in that case we call this place as special economic zone. Now what kind of place? Take it as Bangalore. Why Bangalore I'm saying? Because Bangalore is having many IT tech parks. IT tech park, many IT tech park we are having. So each and everything is a businesses. Everything is a businesses. So when there is a tech park, number of tech parks, number of employees, number of incomes they're getting, number of incomes when they're getting, that means they have to pay a tax to the government. So when they're paying a tax to the government is getting a lot of income. The tax itself is an income for the government. So that is called a special economic zone, where economic, that is money, monetary fund transactions is happening more in that particular city, then it is called as special economic zone. Or you can also take it as Hyderabad. Why? Because Hyderabad is having a headquarters of Google, Flipkart, Amazon, all this headquarters is located there. So the highest growth of income is also there. Okay, they are getting a income, economic growth is also more in that places. So because of that we call this as special economic zone. Then what is this bill of entry? Without bill of entry, with bill of entry. So this one which I'm getting is there is some transactions report. That is when you are transferring a goods from boat or cargo, they'll be giving this bill of entry. That is just a proof for your transportation of goods from one place to another. Okay. So the next one what I'm having is, okay, deemed export. Purchase deemed export. Now, what is this deemed export? Let me come to this later. Okay, I'll come to this later. Deemed export, I'll teach you this later. So, what is this intrastate? Intrastate means the same thing when I'm making a purchases from other state. When I'm making a purchase from other state. So, it can be a special economic zone, or when I'm making from unregistered dealer, anything. So, when I'm making a purchase from other state, that is interstate purchases. And the next one is import. When I'm making a purchase of goods from other country. So import means I'm bringing some goods from other country. Now export means selling the product. But what does this deemed export means? What does this deemed export means? Deemed export means when I say example, I'm having a company in Karnataka. I'm having a company in my Karnataka. Okay, from Karnataka, that means you just take it as in a Bangalore. In a Bangalore, I'm having a company. I have a supplier, or I'm making a purchase. I am making a purchase from Mysore. I have a company in Bangalore. I'm purchasing some goods from Mysore. After purchasing the goods, I need to pay them a money. When I have to pay a money, say example, I purchased a goods worth 10,000 rupees. This 10,000 I have to pay by rupees. But in case instead of paying as rupees, if I'm using some other mode of transaction, means some other currencies, instead of rupees, if I pay through the other currency like dollars, yen, euros, pounds, like this, if I'm using some other currency to pay them, in that case, we call it as deemed export. Whereas the purchase of goods and sale of goods is happening within the state itself, within country itself, within India itself, but the exchange of rupees is happening in some other currency. In that case, we'll call it as deemed export. Why this currency is exchanging? What is the reason for this? In that case, say example, now I am having a company in a Bangalore. I'm making a purchase from Mysore. That is fine. But though my company is being registered in Karnataka, I'm not staying in India. Might be I'm an NRI, or I might be some other country citizen. Anything. It can be anything. So say example. So I'm having a company in Karnataka, but I'm staying in Australia. Just take it as I'm staying in Australia. So after I make a purchase for 10,000 rupees, I have to pay them. So I'm paying them through the online transfer, whereas I'm paying from Australia. When I'm paying from Australia, I'll be using Australian currency to pay. So that means other currency, that is Australian dollar, has been accepted. So in that case, Australian dollar, instead of rupees, dollars is been accepted. So then we will be calling as deemed export. Whereas purchase and sales is happening within India, only the currency exchange of money from one person to another person is different. In that case, we will call this as deemed export. We will call this as deemed export. Now what I will do is I am going to make a purchase. I am going to make a purchase within my state. Within my state. In that case, I'll select it as purchase. Now I'm going to purchase the vegetable. So it is purchase exempt. I'm going to select it as purchase exempt. Let me select this purchase exempt. Now here I've selected here as purchase exempt. Enter. So what is my exempt product? It is my exotic vegetables. I'm making a purchase. Now instead of using this go down here, go down here, let me use it as main location. Okay, I'll use it as main location. I'm purchasing 50 kgs of vegetables. Per kg cost 200. So 10,000. I'll accept this. So there is no tax on exotic vegetables. So if I select as CGST, SGST, nothing will be calculated. So what I'm doing here is, what I'm doing here is I've selected exotic vegetables, main location, 50 kgs at the rate of 200 rupees. I'm making a purchase. Enter, and I'll accept this. End of list till here. Now I'll accept it as new reference and I'll accept this transaction. So anybody having a doubt in this nature of transaction, what is purchase, taxable, nil rated, or exempt? Any doubts in the nature of transaction which I've explained right now?
Ma'am, could you please show it again? Purchase entry.
Okay, let me do once again. One more entry I'll do. I'm making a purchase from within a Karnataka itself. Karnataka 102. My bill number is 102. Now I'm making a purchase from Karnataka supplier. Karnataka supplier. I'll exit the screen. Now when I select this purchases, I'll get this. Say now I'm going to purchase a coffee beans. Coffee beans is what? It is a nil rated product. So I'll press a space bar. You'll get a list like this. We'll get a list like this. So this one I've explained you. If anybody is having a doubt from this list, you can ask me. So now what I'll do is I'll go for this purchase nil rated. I'll select this purchase nil rated. Enter. Now what it is? Coffee beans. I'll select coffee beans. Then I'll go for a main location. How many kgs I'm purchasing? I'm purchasing 100 kgs at the rate of 250. 25,000. Now I'll enter and accept it. Any doubt till here? Anybody? If anybody is having a doubt, please let me know. In that case, okay, then let me move for the next one. Next one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a purchase of another. Okay, let me make a purchase of goods where there is a tax rate. Suppose butter is having a 12%. I'm going to purchase butter. So KA, I'll give it as 105. This is my bill number. I'm making a purchase from Karnataka itself. So KA supplier. KA supplier. Enter. I'll accept this details, party details, purchase. Now since I know what is this, I can just directly type it as purchase taxable. But if you don't know, you can press a space bar and you will get a list. From this you can select it. So this is purchase taxable. I'm having a tax rate on this 12% on butter. So I'm going to purchase a butter. Okay, butter I'm going to purchase. For that the cost it is showing me as, I'll give you the cost. So it is purchase taxable. It is a tax rate product. So purchase taxable I'm choosing. So let me select the products. Butter 1 kg packet. So I'm purchasing it for a main location. I'm purchasing 50 packets. 50 packets per packet is costing 500. Enter. So 25,000. Now if you have a second stock item, you can select it. I don't have a second stock item. When I press enter again, so it will come below the total. See here, when I press enter, it is coming for selecting a next stock item. I have to come below this. Below this, I have to come. So again, I'll press enter. So it will come down. Now what I'll do is I'll select a CGST. Okay, CGST, it is getting calculated 1500. Again, I'll press enter. Automatically it will get calculated. SGST. I'll press enter. So how this has been calculated, how much percent it is calculated, this I don't know. If I want to know how much percentage it has been calculated, to check that, I'll press Alt plus A. Alt plus A is used for the tax analysis. Alt A is used for tax analysis. Now, after opening this, I'll convert this into a detailed mode. Alt plus F1. I'll open this into a detailed mode. Alt plus F1. Now see here, 12% that has been bifurcated into a CGST and SGST. For CGST and SGST, this 12% is being bifurcated at 66%. Okay, to open this, you just need to press Alt A. Let me show you once again. So here from the screen, press Alt A. You will get like this. The tax rate is not showing, so I'll convert it into a detailed mode. Alt plus F1. So it will show you the bifurcation of tax rate, what you are having, how much tax rates you are having. So like this, you can see it. Okay. So now what I'll do is, let me show you this next one. Anybody having a doubt in this? How to do this entry? Please let me know if anyone is having a doubt. Which option you are not getting, Shabnam? Sorry, Bhumika? You're saying that you're not getting some option. Which option you are not getting, ma? This screen or some other screen, please let me know. Tax classification. You mean this screen or this nature of transaction? CGST, SGST are not getting, or this one. After when I select this purchases, the screen which it is showing me, this screen you are not getting. What you are not getting? After purchase, that means the screen, the purchase classification. Is this so?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you're not getting the screen, when you're selecting this purchase, just be on the screen, purchases. Now press Control Enter on the purchase. To open any ledger in an alteration mode, you have to press Control plus Enter. So after doing this, see what you have selected here. Is GST applicable? What you have selected, just look into this. What you have done. Is it been set to applicable?
Yes, ma'am.
And this one, goods.
It is at services, ma'am.
Change it to goods.
Okay, ma'am.
After doing this, accept the screen, Control A. Are you
Okay,
getting
ma'am.
this now? Are you getting this now,
Yes,
Bhumika?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then now you can do the transactions. Anybody having a doubt now? So see how I have done. So now let me try with the some other product also. We have tried with this butter. So let's try with some other product. So I'll give a invoice number KA108. I'm purchasing from the same customer, that is same supplier, KA supplier. I'll accept the screen, purchases. So here again I'm selecting as purchase taxable. Purchase taxable. Now after this, now I'm going to select this as basmati rice 22 kgs packets. I'm purchasing this for a main location. Okay, 20 bags I'm purchasing. It is costing me 300. Per bag is 300. So 6,000. Now there is no second line of stock item. I'll press enter. Now I'll select as CGST. Then SGST. Okay. If you want to know how much the rate is being calculated, press Alt A. Press Alt F1. You can see here. See now, it is the total cost of purchase what I've made is for 6,000. On the 6,000, 18%, which has been bifurcated into CGST 9% and SGST 9% has been bifurcated. Okay, like this, you can see the report. I'll press escape. You can accept the transaction. You can accept the transaction. Suppose I'm having 2-3 products. If I'm having a 2-3 products and all are taxable products only. Okay, all are taxable product only. I'll go for this KA supplier purchase. So now only purchase taxable product. I'll select here as purchase taxable. The next one what I'm going to do is I'm selecting here as basmati rice 2 kg. For what? For main location I'm purchasing 10 kgs I'm purchasing. Next one I'm purchasing butter also. Butter I'm purchasing for the main location 10 kgs. 10 packets I'm purchasing this one. And the next one is I'm also purchasing a cool drinks. Cool drinks I'm purchasing for the main location 100 bottles. Per bottle cost 100 rupees. Okay, this is what I've done. Now what I've done, basmati rice 2 kg packets, butter 10 and 10 numbers for basmati and butter I've done. Then cool drinks I've purchased 100 bottles for 100 rupees. Okay, what is this? All are purchase taxable. I'll press enter. There is no second stock item. I'll press enter again. Now what I'm going to do here is I'll select here as CGST, then SGST. The next question what we have here is basmati rice is having 18%, butter is having 12%, cool drinks is having 28%. So how this is getting calculated? How did I get this number? CGST and SGST, how this has been calculated? See this, we'll go for a tax analysis, Alt plus A. Then I'll press Alt plus F1 for seeing in a detail mode. See, basmati rice I've purchased for 3,000. On this 3,000, 99% of CGST, SGST, 18% has been calculated. And butter I've purchased for 5,000. It has been calculated with 66% as 12% bifurcated between a central tax and state tax. Cool drinks, which is having a 28%, I purchased for 10,000. On this 10,000, 14% for CGST and 14% for SGST is been calculated. I'll press escape now from the screen and I'll accept this. Now you can try this entry. I'll give you 1 minute. You can try this entry by choosing this all the stock item. Only taxable you selected. Remaining things I'll tell you. If I'm having a different types of nature of activities, then I'll tell you that. You practice this once. I'll give you 1 minute. You try this.
Ma'am,
Tell me, ma.
the ledger account we need to create from gateway of Tally, no ma'am.
You can create if you are having a purchase or sales screen. If you are creating a party ledger, here you can press Alt C or you will have a create option like this. Whichever the option you are having, you just click on this create option and you can create it whatever you want. The same way for the stock item also. Instead of going to some other
Yeah,
screen,
but then it is not visible. It says spelling error, spelling error.
that means you would have done something wrong. Means you would have grouped under some other different. So go for this alter option. Okay, you go for from the gateway of Tally, you just go for this alter and see what go for ledgers. Select the one which you have created. After selecting this, to see the group what you have grouped it here, under which group you have taken.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, if you have done wrong in a grouping, then also you'll be having a problem. Now try to pass the transaction.
Okay, ma'am.
You're getting now?
Uh, 1 second. I'm trying. No, ma'am. Hello.
Not getting it?
No, ma'am.
What you getting, ma?
I'm not getting that K supplier, whichever the ledger I created when I'm opening in the purchase voucher. I'll try once again, ma'am.
See, check it out the party ledger, ma, where you have grouped. Already you have created, that is fine. But check it out where you have grouped.
Okay, ma'am.
Guys, everyone done? We'll go for the next one. Now see, we are making a purchase entry again. We are making a purchase entry, that too within our state itself. Within our state itself, we are going to make a purchase. So when I'm making a purchase, this time I'm not purchasing the goods separately, which means I'm not going to purchase the goods taxable separately or nil rated separately or exempt separately. Now I'm purchasing all these goods together. All these goods I'm purchasing together. So now let me give here as the supplier invoice number. Okay, party name. From KA suppliers itself I'm purchasing. I'll select this. Now I'll accept this. Here purchase I'll select. You can select anything. I'm just selecting here as purchase taxable. Purchase taxable. Now I'll go for this basmati. I'll select this. For main location, I'm purchasing 10. The next one, again I'm selecting a butter. I'm purchasing here also the main location. I'll go for this. 10 numbers I'm purchasing. Then after this I'm having a coffee beans. I'll select this. Even this I'll go for this main location. I'll select it as 10. Then I'll go for the next one, cool drinks. Here also I'm purchasing it for a main location. 10 numbers. I'll accept this. Next one. Next one, exotic vegetables. I'll go for this main location. Then, so I've selected all the stock items that is having a different tax rate, which means nil rated, exempt, and taxable. All the three I've selected here. Now, after doing this, now what I'm going to do now is I'll select the CGST. I'm coming after this total. CGST I'll select and then SGST. When I'm selecting the CGST and SGST, when I press enter, now what I have to do here is, I'll press a tax analysis, Alt A. Okay, I'll press Alt A. So now after this, now what I'm going to do here is, see here, I'm getting like this. Tax rate type not specified. Coffee beans, and for exotic vegetables, for coffee beans I've defined as a nil rated. For exempt I've given a exotic vegetables. For purchase taxable, that rate I've defined. For this anyhow I have defined it as exempt and nil rated, but still it is saying me that I have not defined a tax rate for this product. That means there is some error. So how to rectify this error? See, while accepting this transaction, I'm accepting this transaction. See, it is showing me a warning message as what? Tax rate details are modified. Accept with conflicts and resolve later. I'm getting this. Accept with conflicts and resolve later. Okay. And now what I'm having here is next one, override. Override without conflicts. Go back and rectify the error it is asking me. Now what I'll do is I'll accept this. I'll press enter. Why? Because I want to show you where you can find the error. So for which month we are passing the transaction? For the month of June. I'll go for display more reports. Then GST reports. Under GST reports, you'll be having options like this. GSTR1 is for your sales. GSTR2 is for purchases. You can make a note. GSTR1 is for sales. Next one, GSTR1A. Okay, 1A. This one is for your purchase return. Okay, and the next one what I'm having is GSTR2. GSTR2 is for your, sorry, what did I say for GSTR1? GSTR1 is for sales and 1A is for sales return. 2 is for purchase. GSTR2 is for purchase. 2A is for purchase return. And the next one we have here is GSTR3B. GSTR3B, this is consolidated report. This is consolidated report which will show you what is the tax that we have to pay. This will show you consolidated report to display the tax that I have to pay to the department. And you can make a note next one, GSTR 9. GSTR 9. This is annual return. GSTR 9 is used for annual return. Next one, GSTR 9C. GSTR 9C, that is tax audit. That is tax audit. And next one, GSTR 4. GSTR 4 is used for composite dealer quarterly return filing. GSTR 4 is used by the composite dealer to file the return. Now see here, I'll go for this GSTR 3B. What is the month it is displaying? May. I'll change this to June. I want to see the June month report. June. So since June is having 30 days, in educational mode, first, second, and 31 date will be accepted. 30 date is not accepted. So I'll change to 17. Now see, the total number of transaction in the month of June I've passed is 6. 6 transaction I've passed. In that, included in returns, the number of transaction that is related to GST is 5. And that will also be appearing in my GST return also. So 5, which is going to participate in a table of returns. No direct implications in return table. There is no direct implication, so 0. Not relevant in this return. That means any transaction that is payment, receipt, contra entries, which is not related to GST will be appearing here. And next one, uncertain transaction, corrections needed, which means there is some error which has to be rectified. I'll press enter. I'll press enter on this. I'll go for the next one, tax rate type. So here it is saying number of vouchers with incomplete information, so which is having error 1. So what type of error? It will be listing down one by one. So I'm having only one error. So what is that error is? Tax rate or type not specified. I'll press enter now. So basmati rice is having a purchase taxable 18%, correct. And butter is having 12%. This is also correct. Whereas coffee bean, it is capturing here as purchase taxable. Why? Because while passing the transaction, I have selected purchase. In nature of transaction, I have only selected as purchase taxable. Because of that, even for coffee beans, it's also showing me purchase taxable. So since this purchase for coffee beans, it is a nil rated, I'll select as nil rated and I'll press enter. So no tax rate. The same way, cold drinks is having 28%. This is correct. Next one, exotic vegetables, it is showing me here as purchase taxable, whereas this has to be purchase exempt. Now if I enter and accept this transaction, this will get rectified. So since I want to show you once again, without accepting, I'll press escape and show you once again. So I've changed the period for which month I was passing the transaction, June month. So uncertain transaction, I've selected this. And I'll go for this tax rate or type not specified. Now, based on the nature of product, it is showing me here. So for coffee beans, it is a purchase nil rated. I'll select as nil rated. And for this exotic vegetables, it is a purchase exempt. I'll select as purchase exempt, enter, and you can accept it. So when I accept this, now see, no errors. See here also, list of exemption has become 0, uncertain transaction. So participant in 6, included in returns also 6, total number of transaction is also 6. Any doubt in this, anybody? So anybody is having a doubt? If you want me to tell you once again, let me tell you once again. See, what we have done is, from this gateway of Tally, we went to this display. We went to this display more reports. Then GST reports, GSTR 3B. Change the month for which you have passed the transaction. It is showing me the May month. Let me change this to June. So June 1st to 31 of July. Sorry, 1st of July. I'm giving here. So if you have any errors here in uncertain transaction which has to be corrected, enter on that what is the error this is displaying. If any error is displaying, just rectify that. Okay, this is what we have done. So if you want, let me show you once again also. Once again, let me pass the transaction voucher. Now let me give here a invoice number KA 123 and give. Now I'm making for KA supplier. I'll accept this. So last time when I've selected a purchase, I've selected as purchase taxable. Now here I'll select it as nil rated, purchase nil rated. Okay, now I'll go for this basmati rice. For the main location, I'll purchase 10. Next one, I'll go for this butter. I'll go for this butter again 10 for main location. Okay, then I'll go for the next one. What I'm having is coffee beans for main location 10. Then I'll go for the next one, cool drinks, main location 10. I'll accept this. Next one, exotic vegetables for main location 10. I'll accept this also. Now let me select CGST. It is not getting calculated. SGST, even this is not getting calculated. Why? Because the nature of transaction what I've selected is purchase nil rated. That means only for the nil rated it will consider. For other things it will not consider. If you check in a tax analysis or UA, see for nil rated all these things are being considered as nil return. Now what I'll do is here end of list I'll give and I'll accept it. While accepting again it will show me a warning message. Even though I'll enter and accept it. After accepting, let's go for this. Display more reports. Now GST reports. GST are 3D. So let me change the period from 16217. I'm having one error. Let me enter here. See, nature of transaction, tax values or rate tax not defined. So here it is saying as purchase taxable. It has to be purchase taxable. Instead of purchase nil rated, it has to be purchase taxable. I'll select this. Taxable value 3000. Enter. 18%, 9%. Like this, you have to keep on defining based on value, rate. Based on value, rate like this, you have to keep on rectifying this error. Rate per unit. So how much I've given, I'm not sure that. So might be 300. So it is rate at the rate of 30 or 30%. It is, let me give here as 18% tax. And here also purchase, this is butter, purchase taxable 5000. So 12%, CGST 6%, SGST 6%. Based on value, how much percentage? It is 12%. So coffee beans, it is nil rated. This is correct. So next one, rate per unit. So it is 250 or 300, whatever I'm giving. I'll just give here. So next one here, cool drinks. Okay, for cool drinks, it is 1000, the same amount I'm giving. 28%, 14%, again 14%. Based on, sorry, here I've made a mistake. It's based on value. Based on value. Next one here also based on value. So 28%. And exotic vegetables is a exempt, purchase exempt. I'll select this. Then here it is 2000. Enter. Based on value and you have to accept it. Now the error has been rectified. So it depends. Again, see mismatch due to amount modified, tax amount modified. So again, it is showing me because of the tax transactions like this, you'll be getting an error. So what I'll do is instead of after passing the transaction, I have to go to this GST report and I have to rectify this error. Without going to that place, how can I rectify the error? If anyone is getting confused, please let me know. So I'm having this transaction which is having an error, okay, without tax rate. So what happened? I've just choose as nil written. So only nil written is accepting. So without this, while passing the transaction itself, if I want to rectify the error, in that case, this option what I'm having, purchase ledger, purchase option what I'm getting, this option I'll remove from this place. To remove this, what I will do is from this purchase entry screen, I'll press a F12. F12, you have an option here. Select common ledger account for item allocation. Okay, select common ledger for item allocation. This option you're getting this. Now you press on this as no. You select this as no and accept the screen. Now see, I'm not getting that purchase option. I'm not getting this purchase option. Now what should I do in that case? I'll come on this product, that is basmati rice. Let me show you once again how to disable this. From the purchase entry screen, press F12. You have an option here as select common ledger account for item allocation. This option make it to no. After making this no, accept the screen. So without that purchase option, your screen will open. Okay, when your screen is opening, then what you can do is basmati rice. Basmati rice, see here, when I am selecting this quantity rate, I'm just pressing enter. I'm not making any changes. After this amount, when I press enter, after this, okay, when I press enter, so I'll get the screen. Now I'm getting this purchase ledger. So basmati rice is what? Purchase taxable. Okay, same way butter. Butter is what now? Again, it is a purchase taxable. Okay, coffee beans. Coffee beans is what? Purchase nil rated. I've already given in the adjustment, so it is accepting directly. Cool drinks is what now? It is my purchase taxable. I have to select here as purchase taxable. Cool drinks is purchase taxable. What is this? My exotic vegetables now? It is my purchase exempt. Like this, you have to give. And after this, when you press enter, now you have to select CGST. It is getting calculated. SGST. Enter. It is getting calculated. Now you see in a tax analysis Alt A. Now see, nil rated. I'm having a coffee beans, exotic vegetables, and the exempt, and the purchase taxable. I'm having a taxable amount. So on this, even here it has been calculated. Even here it has been calculated. So like this. So since I've given a cess there, so it is showing me like this. So now I'll just remove this. Okay, let me show you one more entry by doing the same method. I'll go here. I'll press KA, party account, KA supplier. I'll accept the screen. Now let me select the items. I'll select the basmati rice for main location 10. When I press enter after this amount, it is showing me purchase. Again enter. So basmati rice is what? My purchase taxable. I'll accept this. Next one. Butter. Again for main location. Then what is this? Butter again purchase taxable. Next one, I'll go for the next one. Coffee beans for main location 10. I'm purchasing. What is this? Purchase nil rated. Now next one I'll select exotic vegetables for main location 10 kgs. Here it is purchase exempt. Let me select as purchase exempt. Now let me give a CGST and SGST. See, automatically it is getting calculated. So let me see in a tax analysis also. See here for exempt vegetables, for nil rated coffee beans, For purchase taxable basmati rice and butter. Like this, it will show. You can accept it. I'll press escape. Now I'll accept the transaction. Now see, while accepting the transaction, it is showing me without error. Any doubt on this? How to make this entry? Anybody? Anybody is having a doubt? Please let me know. So no doubts. This entry, let me explain once again later. That is in next class. Next class also I'll explain. Then we'll continue. I'll stop for now. Okay. You can practice it. If anybody is having a doubt, please let me know in tomorrow's class. We'll discuss it. Then we will leave it. Okay. We'll go in a next one. Next step, we'll go forward. So I'll stop for today. Is that fine? Or you have any doubt, you please let me know if you have a doubt. No one is having a doubt? Fine, then I'll stop now. Then everyone take care. Bye. We'll see you in tomorrow's class.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's okay, ma. Bye. Take care.